Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier just faced off today, but Caitlin Clark she couldn't play because of her injury. But the Fever went on to win a Commissioner Cup, but these two stars was named captain of the All-Star game, but also starters. But everyone is going crazy right now because along with Caitlin Clark breaking the fan voting with the most votes ever, I believe, she was also voted by her peers the 9th best guard in the league, below a lot of other players. And I'm usually on the side of, sometimes I think it's over-exaggeration with this Caitlin Clark type of argument, but I think it's bullcrap. I truly think that you can't sit here and look at me and say Caitlin Clark is the 9th best guard. For someone before, if you watched the pod a few pods ago, we ranked her as a top 5 player in the WNBA. To go from a top 5 player in the WNBA, even with the injuries and with her team record, to not being, you know what I'm saying, that top guard at all. You can't, I don't understand this, and we'll get to what people think about who voted on it. I just don't think you can be a top 5 player, but also not be a top guard. That just doesn't make sense. And like her stats and everything prove it. We see like people before her was like Natasha Cloud and those players, which are nice players, nice pickups. But she can't be the 9th best guard, guys. Like, I don't think, and I see a lot of people saying it's hate from her peers, it's hate from other players or coaches, whoever. I don't think we should say it's hate, because we see things like when people vote on, maybe, you remember the most overrated player, and they had Halliburton on there, they had Giannis on there. So these are what the peers probably actually feel, but I think it is sprinkled in with how the media covers her and they may not like. But I don't think I would call it hate. I think it's sports. I think Caitlin Clark has to go out there now, which she's been doing, but she has to go out there and say, hey, you guys don't think I'm the best. You think I'm the 9th guard? Here, watch this. I'm about to come out and drop 30, drop 25 on you every time. And I think that's the only way she can prove to them, like, even just show the fans, like, I don't care what they think. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to win. Because I'm not going to lie, her team has to do better. I know they've been banged up with injuries and things like that. But if we can't keep ranking her a top player if her team don't do as good, because we know all the other top players, that team are the best teams. And obviously their rosters may be better. But no, I call it bullshit. I'm sorry, guys. I call it bullshit that we think, at least that they voted Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard. But she's a top player, but the 9th best guard. And I think they had, like, the players on here who they had as was ahead of her. And a lot of players are not ahead of her. Like I said, I don't think you can call somebody the 9th best guard, but she's one of the best players in the league. That just don't correlate. But let's see right now. So they had Paige in front of her. They had Sabrina. I'll give you Sabrina. Gray. I won't give you Gray. I won't give her Kelsey Mitchell. Scott. Actually, let's rewind this back. Hell no. Like, I don't know. We may go into this being hate because Caitlin Clark may be the best guard in the WNBA outside of, maybe, I know she having a flaky start, but Sabrina, maybe Ionescu, that's the only person I can really just see by far. But hell no, she's not the 9th best guard. I wouldn't, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say it's hate from other players. But I can't sit here and I let a lot of stuff slide, but I can't let people say that Caitlin Clark is the 9th best guard. I think it's bull crap. And like I said, she got to go out there and perform and these different things like that. I know it's sad. I'm not trying to hear it. And also, when we keep continuing these topics about Caitlin Clark, I know we just seen her team win a Commissioner Cup. So I don't want to hear that she don't have a team when it's time to win, when it's time to get in those playoffs. I don't want to hear that because we just seen them beat one of the best team or the best team, the former champs from last year, the Nafisa Collier and them. They just beat them, so I don't want to hear that she don't have a team. But no, she's not the 9th best guard. I think that's bull crap. But moving on, I'm not sure if you guys seen, but the WNBA announced the expansion teams going into, I think for 2030, they had expansion teams with Cleveland, Detroit, in Philly, they will join by 2030. I think they will start from 2028 going forward. Then you have others that will enter the league, you know, before, like Toronto and Portland. So Sophie Cunningham, actually an Indiana Fever player, Caitlin Clark teammate, came out and said, I don't know how excited people are about going to Detroit or Cleveland to play. And she got clowned. I know that basically they came out, the city of Detroit came out to prove her wrong about how many, I guess, fans they had in the past that when they had a team. But we got to be honest. I know Detroit people don't attack me. Who wants to play in Detroit? People don't even want to go in. They don't want to go to Detroit. What am I going to get when I go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Detroit is one of those cities, and I could end up there one day. I'm sorry, guys, if I do. But I think it's one of those cities that no one wants to go to. No one wants to play in. Maybe the fans want to see people play there, but no one wants to play there. It's just like Ace Bailey with him trying to go to Utah. And he was like, basically, nobody wants to play in Utah. Nobody wants to play in Portland. And I think Detroit is on that list of a city that's been dying for years. Like, yes, I'm not sure it got to do with maybe the city, the leaders or whatever, but the city has been dying for years. And I think that a lot of players may stand behind her with that. It's crazy for her to say, because if they did have a team, she probably won't be on it going forward. But she's right. Who want to play in Cleveland? Who wants to play in Detroit? And they came out and actually said something to her. Let's see what they said. The last time we were home to a WNBA team, Detroit Shock, we ranked top 5 in attendance for 5 straight seasons, number 1 in attendance for 3 straight seasons, and set the single game attendance record with 22,000 fans. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hear that. Detroit is a bad place at least for a player standpoint. I know I'm not in the WNBA or NBA. Obviously, we see that. But I don't want to go play in Detroit. I don't want to go play in Cleveland. I don't want to go play in Portland. I get what she's saying. They could have awarded some teams, which they said they will, with Houston, a team in Houston or other places. But I understand what she's saying. I think it's crap. Like, I don't know why they expanded to those cities, but they got a team down there. Let's see how things go. Let's see what the player response is, because we know the residents will want to be there, but we'll see. But I stand behind what she said.